Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion. This one again contains a Nocturne touch and also some prosperity. No Dark Ages after yesterday's Nocturne Dark Ages Kingdom. And yeah, 3 night cards and just again a rather awful set of cards, I'd say. I already played this kingdom twice earlier. The first time I won with rather good, okay draws, but the second time I got destroyed by AI picking up some Will-o Wisps early with the Swamp's Gift, which you can pick up from, for example, Pixie, from Idol, from Sacred Grove, but Pixie must be the most swingy thing, as you will trash the Pixie to put 2 Will-o-Wisps in your deck and just accelerate your early game draw crazy, and AI just went away in that game and I was completely destroyed. So I thought it might still be of use to record myself playing this. Earlier I didn't have the chance to, as I played on the train, but yeah, let's see how this one goes, where the luck will be. And yeah, this is especially swingy because early on you get to thin with the goat, so you get to see the pixies a lot and get to try to cycle to the Swamp's Gift as often as possible. But if you have the Swamp's Gift, oh, I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. If you have the Swamp's Gift and some Will-o Wisps, then that means that you cycle even faster and just are ahead on that incredibly ahead on that. And overall, this kingdom is kind of a disappointment. I mean, Vampire and Sacred Grove and also Grand Market can gain you stuff. Devil's Workshop as well. Pixies with the right boons as well. So lots of gains. But the thinning is also all right if you get going with vampires and bats, with pixies and the goat and the flames gift to trash your starting cards. But yeah, the village is a new feature I've just implemented for the kingdom plots. Um, and the village is just from the boons, actually just from Pixie trashing trashing for, which is the name of the boon, the Field's Gift again. And then you get 2 extra actions off of 1 Pixie play. But apart from that, there is no village here, and the only way to draw properly, I mean, there are 3, or if you include the boons cards, there are even 6 cards that can help you with drawing. Like Watchtower can draw up to 6, Devil's Workshop can gain you Imps, Crypt can put treasures into your hand that you've set aside an earlier turn, and Idol and Pixie and Sacred Grove can give you Will-o Wisps. But all of these options are just awful if you want to properly draw a deck, and you might get there, you might also not get there. Devil's Workshop really depends on whether you can line it up with gaining 2 cards that turn already. And what might help with that is getting your hands on Grand Market early, but to get that you will want to thin out the coppers quickly. Yeah, I don't know. I like the first game it felt like a breeze, and in the second one I got completely destroyed, so this seems like it's a super swingy kingdom. And yeah, I don't know. Opening wise, I think on the 5-2 you are happy to open Vampire Pixie. The problem about this opening is that it's rather likely that you have the goat in the hand with the coppers and you do not trash anything. And in principle, also your goat can miss the shuffle. Actually, I think in the second game I did have this opening, and then the goat missed the shuffle, and it was not pleasant. But yeah, the nice thing about the 4-3 or 3-4 is that if you open double Pixie or even Pixie Watchtower and you find your goat in your turn 3 hand, then turn 4 you will already shuffle and put in whatever you bought on turn 3, and you get to trash earlier again with the goat. So let's hope we can shuffle in a way that we find the goat on top there. And of course the 2/5 where you get to trash an estate already is by far the best opening here. But yeah, we have this opening where we get to trash. AI goes for an idol, which I think is not correct. I will try to highlight the boons a bit. The Sky's Gift is a boon where you get to discard 3 cards to gain a gold, and I think it's not worth trashing the Pixie for. This, however, the Sea's Gift might be worth it in our position right now, just because we will then hit 5 for sure, and we might find the goat, and finding the goat would be amazing, but we don't, so I think we just go for a vampire here. Are a bit sad that the Pixie left our deck, but we can regain 1 here, and probably just gain a Crypt off of this vampire. Or another Pixie. We really want to hammer in those Will-o Wisps early, so I think even right now that might be the best thing. And no luck in getting the Swamp's Gift. Let's hope AI doesn't get it. AI gets the Winds and the Forest and the Swamp's Gift. Okay. Rest in peace, but at least we do get to thin out 2 cards with the Bat. And are getting really thin. On a TGG client, you can always also look at the boons and see which ones have been taken. So as we have 3 Pixies here, we know which boons we're going to get deterministically, and yeah, they are all not great, but nonetheless we do want to play those Pixies probably. With the 4th one, we will also have the chance of shuffling the boon pile again. I don't think that's worth it. I do think that's worth it to get back around to our vampire. And now we probably just add an idol and a crypt. War trashing a watchtower is not that impressive. I do think we want to also add a Devil's Workshop, but let's first try to get our deck under control. Yeah, let's see what boons AI gets. Okay, so the Swamp's Gift is still in there in principle. Is it worth it to try to go for the Swamp's Gift and like just going through everything? I don't think so. Let's just hit the River's Gift here, pick up a Devil's Workshop and set aside 3 cards. And yeah, have those 3 Pixies lined up now. I think, yeah, going for the Wind's Gift, since we didn't have any way to increase our hand size last turn, it wouldn't really have been worth it. This might be worth it. Which boons are left apart from this? Just the... Well, we have a 2 out of 4 chance of hitting it. So I would really love to get some imp from the Devil's Workshop. So maybe we just take the Mountain's Gift here actually, and still hope for the Swamp's Gift to not be the last one in the pile. Okay, nice. Now there's only the Sun's Gift left. But yeah, it is so random what kind of boons you get. But yeah, this was an amazing turn because we do get to thin down here. We do get to add an imp, and the Swamp's Gift is gone immediately again. Ah no, with the idol last turn we were guaranteed to also find the Swamp's Gift, but it was better of course to trash a Pixie for 2 instead of just 1. Now here probably start with the Will-o Wisps. With Imps being around, it's always better to start with the cards you have more of, I think. So it's more likely that you can do good stuff with the Imp. But our Imp decides to bottom deck anyways. Do we want to trash the Goat is a good question. I think we do. Unless we would like to buy a Platinum. But for now, I think since our Crypt is still coming back, I think it's nice to get really thin and just have another Grand Market rather than a Platinum, and also in the light of Devil's Workshop. Now here we could think about picking up another idol to try to get the cursing going, or play it a bit safer and pick up a Crypt. But I think with Devil's Workshop adding an Imp here, we should be quite good with this kind of stuff. And I don't get why AI is picking up so many Watchtowers, actually. But yeah, now we are starting to draw, but we still don't draw everything. Oh, okay. But yeah, we can just add, like next turn I think we'll add Platinum, but for now we can just add Grand Markets to keep the deck lean, to not worry about dudding. Next turn we will get the Crypt in play, hopefully while stashing away lots of treasures, and then the Platinum will be amazing. We might also think about gaining a Sacred Grove, actually. Here we play the Will-o Wisp as it gives us more search space. And there I should have played the Pixie first. And yeah, we get kind of unlucky here with the stuff we draw. Like we do have more stuff to draw in there, but nonetheless get a nice Crypt off, stashing away all of those useless silvers. And I feel like I've forgotten something that I wanted to say. I might have talked about the Sacred Grove. Okay, AI is getting the next Swamp's Gift, top decking some Will-o Wisps, which is not great, but on the bright side, we have a great turn coming up. Yeah, we might add a Sacred Grove, as we do have the terminal space in principle, but we could also think about a Watchtower to also not get cursed, or maybe have it in hand while we are getting cursed. Yeah, here I think we have more cards costing 2 or less down there than up here. So it's better to just play the Grand Market with the Imp for now. And well, yeah, I mean, this was working out nicely. Now we don't need the silver. Would have been nice had we exchanged the vampire for a bat last turn already, but alas, we at least get to kill one of the curses. And yeah, I think I do like adding a Watchtower, a Grand Market, and maybe just another Grand Market, and essentially threaten to win next turn. The question is maybe if AI is threatening the same, and whether we should just play it safe and add a province. Actually, yeah. So the reason why I'm adding Watchtower is that if you have a lot of buys and a Watchtower in hand, you can just empty the curses and trash them while they're coming in. And here, this might be the play, but I do think we need to play it safe, at least somewhat, so maybe a province is the better way to go there. Now, AI doesn't have 5 buys, I believe, so what we could do, we could play it rather aggressively and add an idol here, especially since we get to have AI discard there. And then we just need to empty 1 idol and 5 curses, or 1 idol and 3 Watchtowers next turn, and should be good. AI also doesn't have a platinum yet, is behind on economy. I mean, it does have the lead on the Will-o Wisps this game, but yeah, maybe this was a bit bold, but yeah, see, AI does not draw properly here, and it does curse us, but yeah, I do think we trashed this Pixie. Also for Imp, maybe later to help us out with drawing another Pixie. And yeah, I mean, this one would get to play the Watchtower, but here explicitly we do not want to play it, as well, we are just short of a win, right? Because we could buy the curses here and trash them immediately, but then we cannot also buy the idol. Yeah, I think we just add a province, decline that. And there is a question as to whether we would like to buy the curses anyways. Note that if we buy the curses, then that would do the Devil's Workshop thingy. And I don't think so, because if AI somehow goes for curses and idol, then and also manages to colony, how likely is that? I think we can play it super aggressively actually. Trash this. Maybe even buy an estate here. I think we can safely buy this. And then top deck an imp and trash an imp probably for a vampire. Or a Watchtower. I think the imp might be better. And yeah, there is not that much that needs to be taken in order to finish the game now. But yeah, I mean, now we have won and can play it out. But yeah, this kingdom just goes to show that it's sometimes really weird. We even get a nice Wind's Gift. What can happen with those boons? Like, AI did get ahead on Will-o Wisps, but somehow we built the better deck. We did get the imp stuff going, and yeah, we didn't even do the Watchtower thing this turn, but oh well. Yeah, we do get to win 32-3. Pretty decisive. Yeah, I think what happened for whatever reason was that AI overcommitted on Watchtowers. That doesn't make any sense. Probably to counter our idol, but really, you don't need that many Watchtowers. The previous game it played much better. The previous game it went for a clean deck with some idols, some grand markets, a crypt, and a platinum, and I was just completely destroyed. It got there by having this lead on the wisps and somehow drawing deck every turn almost, while I was, due to the bottom deck goat, I was behind. Yeah, I don't know. Very weird kingdom, very swingy kingdom. Again. And yeah, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and I will catch you in the next one. Probably not tomorrow, because I will come home late, I think, but on Saturday for sure. And until then, goodbye.